Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is the Asus ROG Flow Z13, which is a 13.4-inch gaming tablet, or maybe it's a two-in-one laptop, depending on whether you want to consider a detachable keyboard, something that makes it a laptop. But either way, this is the first time that Asus has updated the ROG Flow Z13 in about 2 years. The last version came out in 2023, and the new model for 2025 has a couple of significant upgrades. First of all, it's got an AMD Strix Halo processor under the hood, so we're going to have a big boost in performance. Another change is that it's got a 13.4-inch 2.5K display with a refresh rate of up to 180 hertz. And there is an updated design here where if you turn it around and take a look at the back, you can see that there's actually a transparent window with RGB lighting effects. This is an optional feature, or at least the lighting is. You can turn the lights on or off if you don't want to see them. You can also, of course, change the color if you want something that's a little bit simpler. But overall, the idea is to bring something of the aesthetic that you would get in a gaming desktop computer into this tablet form factor. There's also a kickstand that obviously allows you to prop it up and use it at different angles. You can also use it with a detachable keyboard, or you can remove the keyboard and hold it like a tablet if you wanted to. The keyboard is another significant upgrade this year, where we've got better key travel with about 1.7 millimeters. There's also a larger touchpad and overall just a better typing experience. And in the couple of minutes that I got to play with this, it does actually feel pretty comfortable to type on. Another change here is on the side, there's an action button that you can press that it can be mapped to open any application, but by default, it brings up a sort of little set of widgets that if you press them, you can toggle the microphone on and off or adjust different tasks. There's also a connected devices information here, and you can see some quick controls to access the control center, window management, cursor management, and so on. This action button is something that we originally first saw on the Asus ROG Ally line of handheld gaming PCs, but it's something that makes sense for tablets as well, because with these touchscreen devices that you might be using without a keyboard, it's nice to have that sort of physical button that brings up quick access to these sorts of functions. Just to give you a complete tour here, if we take a look at the side, you can see that we've also got a headset jack and USB Type-A port on one side, and if we go to the other, we've got two USB 4 ports. Both of them are 40 Gbps full function ports. There's also a charging port, a full-size HDMI 2.1 port, and a micro SD card reader down here at the bottom. Then just to confirm that this actually is a tablet, you can pick it up and rotate the screen and use it pretty much as a Windows PC for handheld or laptop or desktop style use. You just set it down, open up that kickstand, and you can get it to, dock to the keyboard if you need it to. Another thing to note here, though, is that there is no ROG XG mobile docking port anymore. Previous generations had that proprietary connector, but the new model just has USB 4 ports. And the reason for that is probably that Asus is introducing a new version of its ROG XG mobile external graphics dock that has a Thunderbolt 5 port instead of that proprietary connector. So while this tablet doesn't have Thunderbolt 5, the eGPU is backwards compatible, meaning you should be able to connect it to the USB 4 ports. A few other things to note: the tablet has a metal body. It's about half an inch thick, weighs about 1.2 kilograms or 2.6 pounds, with a 70 watt-hour battery. So that is just a quick look at the new ROG Flow Z13, which is launching at CES 2025. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing.